Welcome back. We all know water is essential to life, but do you really know what's in the water that you're drinking? Here at ABC Action News, we're working to fulfill our promise to go full circle on stories with multiple viewpoints and deep impact on our community. Our Kylie McGivern brings you inside a look at where the drinking water comes from and the debate over bottled versus tap.
Can I get you a water?
Since becoming a mom, Juliana Hirsch puts extra thought into the water she chooses for her family.
For us, water is probably one of the most important things that we buy.
Buying bottled water, even for cooking.
We can wash the blueberries. Water is probably one of our bigger grocery expenses.
Across the country, water bottle sales increased nearly 9% last year to $18.5 billion. This after the Flint, Michigan water crisis, exposing people to dangerous levels of lead, heightening national awareness about the safety of our public drinking water.
It's important for the EPA to tell the public that they're poisoning their kids if they drink the water.
In its most recent report, the Natural Resources Defense Council, a nonprofit environmental organization, named Florida as the second worst state in the country for drinking water, based on the number of people served by water systems with federal health violations.
I'm worried. I'm concerned.
And last year,
testing revealing high lead levels in Polk County schools.
Local school districts made headlines for high levels of lead in the drinking water. A bill to require water filters in schools didn't pass. And then Consumer Reports uncovered certain types of bottled water containing arsenic levels that exceeded the federal limit.
I think that that's super alarming as a mom.
We traveled to Zephyr Hills to get a behind-the-scenes look at what goes into the water that ends up on store shelves.
We're at the Crystal Springs Preserve.
George Ring is a manager for Nestle Waters.
This is where Nestle Waters draws its water for the supply to the Zephyr Hills plant, and it's on average about 30 million gallons a day of water flowing out of that vent.
Unlike groundwater,
spring water has to be a natural source coming up to the surface.
This natural spring has been used to bottle water for 55 years. It's one of 6 the company uses throughout Florida to bottle Zephyr Hills water.
So you can absolutely be assured that the water in Zephyr Hills comes from a natural spring in Florida.
Inside the factory where Zephyr Hills spring water is bottled, Dave Summer showed us how it's done.
What's up, guys?
This is how every water bottle starts.
We take that preform and we blow that bottle. We fill it, we label it, we cap it, we put a bottle coat on it, and we go through our rigorous quality process. We manage and monitor our filtration, our hourly checks. I know every bottle that comes out of this facility, I can take home to my 2 children.
Over at the University of South Florida,
all right, what do we got going on?
Professor Jeff Cunningham researches water treatment and groundwater contamination.
So I think there is just sort of a lot of urban myths.
One myth, he says, that bottled water is better for you than tap water.
You know, I personally don't see the need to spend a lot of extra money to buy water that comes in a plastic bottle. Spring water and groundwater are pretty much the same thing. Groundwater is accessed by a well. Spring water comes up to the surface naturally.
And I'm going to show you how we treat water that the Tampa Bay region drinks.
To talk tap water, we went to Tampa Bay Water, a regional utility that supplies water to more than 2.5 million people in our area. The Hillsborough River serving as one of our 3 tap water sources, a supplement to groundwater and seawater turned into drinking water.
So I'm going to take you out here just to show you. This plant has the capacity to produce 120 million gallons a day.
That's about 182 Olympic-sized swimming pools. For people sitting at home, why should they trust the water coming out of their faucet is safe?
We have over 500 locations that we sample from. Of the 500 locations, we end up having 70,000 samples every year be tested and certified by our labs.
While bottled water plants answer to the Food and Drug Administration, local water plants, like Tampa's, answer to the Environmental Protection Agency.
I've been in this area all my life. I would drink nothing but tap water. It's safe, reliable, clean, and affordable.
For Hirsch, the convenience of bottled water,
So we probably go through 4 cases a week.
still wins out as she weighs what to trust to protect her kids.
Yummy.
And we want to show you how you can check the quality of your own tap water. The Environmental Working Group, a nonprofit, created a database where you can easily search for your specific water utility and see whether it meets federal health standards. All you have to do is click on the state of Florida, then it'll bring you to this page where you can enter in your zip code. We have that link on abcactionnews.com right now. Lauren?
Really interesting report. Thanks, Kyle.